First person is Dr. Narendra Srivastava. He is a professor of zoology in BN Mandal University, Madhepura, Bihar. He has a long experience of teaching and research. As far as the information available, he has supervised more than 3 research scholars successfully, and a lot of research scholars are working under him. He has completed 2 research projects funded by Science and Engineering Research Board, Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, and BSBCST grants, State Government of Bihar. He is a life member of more than 4 academic bodies in science. He has authored so many books, but his 3 books is very famous, very popular. That is named as a comparative book of zoology. Second one is introductory biometry statistics and research methodology. And third one is the methods for preparation and screening of rDNA. Apart from his academic involvement, academic achievement, he is a well-versed administrator, and he has served our university as a deputy registrar in different sections. Finally, he has been appointed as registrar of the Mandal University, Madhepura, and he has completed his term. Now he is completely involved in research and teaching. As I have requested for you person, please give your consent to be a resource person. For the purpose, he very gladly accepted our proposal and given his consent to be a resource person. It is a proud moment for our department, that is the PG Department of Psychology, as well as for the university. And of course, when he will speak, you will feel proud to have a great knowledge from him. His topic, which I have assigned today, is systematic review of literature for research. Now he is available, and I request him to start his lecture and train you as far as he can do, and it is your responsibility to achieve more and more from him. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Rahman Sahab, for my wonderful introduction. Today, we are gathered here for the know some facts related with the writing of review. The writing of review is most significant and fundamental part for the research. So, I hope that the screen is shared on your mobile or on here also. At first, what is the need for the writing of a research review? And you all know, because you all have completed the research classes of the research methodology, that 2 parts are initially most significant. That is the research questions or research gap or current area of research. And second one is the derivation of the hypothesis. These 2 basically important for the initial stage of the research, or both topics or both points are also important for the preparation of synopsis. I know, or I hope that you all know what is the research gap and what is the research questions. When you go to start a research, the first point is to determine for the research is the research gap. And after obtaining a research gap, you derive a hypothesis, then you make your mind for the research and you fix the direction for the research. And these 2 points, the review of literature is dependent on these 2 points basically. You see here on the board that in between the research hypothesis and the research gap, I am mentioning the 7 points. 7 points are mentioned in between these two. Then first is the identify gaps in literature. Second is provide context for own. Third one, derivation and inference. Fourth one is identified methodology. Then first three, the identify gaps in literature, provide context for own, and derive an inference. These are based on the basic information you collected from the review of the articles or books or anything, or your complete knowledge or information you was collected in the previous postgraduate education. Of course, because I am online, अब उधर हम नहीं जाएंगे कि पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट में क्या यहाँ हो रहा है, because more people are connected here from the throughout India. So it is very difficult to say something against the education system of the Bihar. Why? So I am not telling anything. But first one is to identify gaps in literature. When you go through the literature, then you collect a gap. What is the gap? Gap with respect to the outcomes, research outcomes. Gap with respect to the research outcomes. And when you derive the research outcomes, and in this process, you develop the context for own, which you are going to do in your research activity, further research activities. Then you collect the some context. You collect the some context. Third one is the derive and inference. Because you are going through the number of papers, so you must derive an inference. Then what is the inference? What is the collective outcomes or collective decision after going through the different literatures? Then fourth one is the identify of methodology. It is also important because if you change the methodology, if here the fourth point is the identify the methodology. When you go through the different literatures, you observe the different methodological process for the collection of the outcomes. Particularly, this part is highly significant when you work on the laboratory-based work. When you are going to work the laboratory-based work, then or instrument-based work, then it is the most important part because the methodological outcomes sometimes represent variation from different instrument to instrument. That is the accuracy. Sometimes it depends on the determine the accuracy of the outcomes. The fourth one is fifth important significance is the collect information. When you go through the different process, then you collect some information. Sixth one is find other researcher of the same field. When you are going through the papers, then you know that other workers, who are the other workers? Those doing work in the related field. And seventh one, the identify measure similar work. उस तरह के काम कहाँ कहाँ पे हो रहे हैं. Then these are the basic points which is responsible for your initial work. So the writing of the proper understanding for the review writing is important for the any student who want to do research in any field. Now, what is the review article? If you want and go through the different literatures, either available on the net or in the books, then there is no anonymous accepted definition for the review paper. But some organizations and some authors, editors, not author, but editors of the journal, fix the criteria for the review article. Like, just I am writing here on the slide also, there are no one accepted definition of review article. However, some authors and organizations, that is Institute of Scientific Information, Science Citation Index, Web of Knowledge, like this, some others are also, are provide a basic points for the categorization of your paper under the review article. And one of the most point that the review article must represent at least 100 papers. That is the first point. And then it depends on some particular goal. The aim is determined. When we are moving in the second slide, a good review should be presented various views and interpretations. When you are going to prepare a review article, then the complete reviewing of a topic which is selected by you during the paper writing is necessary. If you skip some theories and if you skip some facts, then the review article is not considered best or better, or it is not considered for the publication in the journal. So it is necessary to you present a various view and interpretations. Either the views are accepted or the views are rejected. That is another thing. But it is necessary to you conclude or you include all the papers related with the topic or the point selected by you for the review writing. Then when you going through the writing or you provide the complete literature, then you must determine the clear and useful research points or research method on which point you are going to write a research research paper for the publication review article, research paper of the review article. That is the, of course, one is the independent research paper, another is the research article depended on the earlier published papers. Then when you complete a research paper on the earlier published papers, that is the review article. Actually, that is the review articles. That is the major difference between the independent research paper and review article. It is the basic difference. In the independent research papers, you include the work completed by you. But in the review articles, you collected the informations or theories or thoughts derived from the other workers and published by the other workers earlier than you. So these two factors, all these components are associated with the finding of the research gap as well as the derivation of the hypothesis. That is the point why I am explaining here in my first slide that your review article must be surrounded by the research gap and hypothesis, and it is the necessary. So it is the first task for any researcher to publish at least one review paper in initial 5 or 6 months of your research. Because when you publish a research paper, then you develop a fundamental what is the research gap related with your work, what is the hypothesis related with your work, and what is the outlook or direction of your research which is you are going to complete. That is the important point. And if we study or categorize the review articles, then there are number of categorization points of the categorization have been presented or represented by the different workers from time to time. But I am grouping here the 6 types. First is the narrative review or systematic review. Second is historical review. Third is the meta-analysis. Just I am going to explain all these things because the meta-analysis is widely used nowadays. Fourth one is umbrella review. Fifth one is a scoping review. And sixth one is the critical review. These 6 categories, the review articles are commonly comes under these 6 categories, either in anyone, in first, second, third, fourth, fifth, or sixth. First is the narrative review or systematic review paper. That is the paper with respect to the paper. I am just explaining all the facts with respect to the paper. That is the first is the narrative or systematic review. It is clear from the name, systematic review. That is a systematically you analyze all the facts related with your point of query. Clear? That is the systematic review. Second one is historical review. You not systematize here, but you only represent the review in chronological order. Like in a thesis, when you write a thesis, you represent the review article commonly in the chronological order. पहले क्या हुआ, फिर उसके बाद क्या हुआ, फिर उसके बाद क्या हुआ, फिर उसके बाद क्या हुआ, किस वर्कर ने किया. That is the historical review. Third one is the meta-analysis. It is the most important and used nowadays widely throughout globally. Globally it is used. The meta-analysis is a part of systematic review, but it is treated nowadays as a separate review paper. And then what is the meta-analysis? In meta-analysis, you collect because commonly, I hope you all are from the psychology. All the subjects. Particularly where the statistical data are available in research papers. If the statistical data are available in research papers, because I am saying this fact in the history, if a person is associated with the research of the history, then there is no any statistical data. But if in any subject the statistical data are published in the research paper, then you collect the statistical data from the different sources for a common point, and then you analyze further statistically to derive an inference. If this type of paper is published, then it is referred to the meta-analysis. Nowadays, it is widely used in bioinformatics. It is widely used in bioinformatics. Of course, in the psychology, if the different papers are present in the psychological field, in the field of psychology, and the papers contains the data, then you collect the data, only data. Of course, if in your course or exam, all such are referred as the secondary data. It is not primary data, but they are the secondary data. You collect the data and analyze again the data statistically, and then you derive an inference. If such type of paper is published, it is referred as meta-analysis. Fourth one is umbrella review. Umbrella, that is a Kshatriya. In umbrella review, without any discrimination, you collect the informations of the major areas, major field. Then it is referred as the umbrella review. Next one is the scoping review. It is again important. In a scoping review, you derive a research field, not the research gap. It is the basic difference. It is also the derivation of the systematic review. But the review article is commonly you mention or you write the review article with respect to the research gap. But here you collect the different research gaps of your related fields and provide a complete research area. You derive a complete research area. You represent the paper of the complete research area. Then the paper is referred as a scoping review. In all these 1 to 5, you can represent critical analysis. If you like review articles on these categories, you can't mention the critical analysis. But if you want to explain critically, because if the 5 or 6 theories are available for any point, and you want to determine that which one is correct or which one is statistically significant or which one is more possible than the other, then you analyze critically, and then the review article is referred as critical review article. Clear? Here, one आपको शेयर कर रहा है, आप लोग को शेयर कर रहा है ये थर्ड स्लाइड
नहीं सर
मोबाइल में
जी नहीं बट सर यहाँ से क्लियर करता हूँ
हम कर दिए हैं,
तो आगे ही देखो
ऐसे ही रहने दो, शेयर मत। This one is the third part. This one is the third part. And here, in slide, a tree-like structure. I am representing a tree-like structure. That tree represents what is the importance of and what is the benefit of a research paper writing. Then, significance of the review, literature review, is first one is develop self-enlightenment and inspiration. When you are going through the papers,
आ गया आ जाएगा आ गया
when you are going through the different literature and different papers, then the process is responsible for the development of the alignment with related to the subject and provide a inspiration. These workers are doing the work in this related field, then the papers are enlightened you or inspired you to do some work in this direction. Second work is the develop researcher insight in again another direction. Insight is developed. You develop an insight. आपके अंदर जो एक insight होगा with respect to the research gap and related topics, you develop an insight. Third one is the remove misgivings and misconceptions. During the study or during the functions, some misconceptions and misgivings are developed in your brain with related to that particular topic. Then when you are going through the different literatures, then that misgivings and misconceptions are eliminated. Fourth one, define and delimit the problems. In this way, when you are going through the different papers, then you are able to define a problem for your research field. What is the problem? That is the main point. कि जो आप रिसर्च करने जा रहे हैं उसका प्रॉब्लम क्या है, आप करने क्या जा रहे हैं, क्या करना है आपको, दैट इज द मेजर पॉइंट. अगर आप इफ यू आर गोइंग टू डू द रिसर्च एंड यू हैव नो इंफॉर्मेशन दैट व्हाट इज द पॉइंट ऑन विच पॉइंट आई एम डूइंग द रिसर्च वर्क, देन इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू कंप्लीट योर वर्क. आपको मालूम ही नहीं है कि हमको कलकत्ता जाना है या दिल्ली जाना है. पहले तो ये डिटरमाइन कर ले कि हमको कलकत्ता जाना है कि दिल्ली जाना है. देन यू गो एंड टेक ए टिकट अकॉर्डिंगली कि आप गाड़ी में जा रहे हैं, आप टिकट लेना है, दिल्ली का जाओ तो दिल्ली लेंगे, कलकत्ता है तो कलकत्ता लेंगे. देन इन दिस वे यू डेवलप ए जो प्रॉब्लम्स होगा, डिफिनिट प्रॉब्लम्स होगा, देन यू डेवलप. फोर्थ वन, प्रोवाइड ए सॉर्ट ऑफ फैक्चुअलिटी. देन द रिसर्च आर्टिकल्स प्रोवाइड द फैक्चुअल इंफॉर्मेशंस रिलेटेड टू योर रिसर्च फील्ड. फैक्ट क्या है, क्या वास्तविकताएं हैं, तब वो आपको उसकी जानकारी होगी. दैट इज यू गेट द इंफॉर्मेशन ऑफ द फैक्चुअलिटी. देन आफ्टर दिस वन, प्रोवाइड conceptual framework of the research. Then you develop a conceptual framework. Why so? I am asked in my on my first slide that it depends. It is the initial work for any research workers. Of course, it is not practiced in practice. in the particularly I am not asking for the different universities of the India, but it is not practiced particularly in the universities of the Bihar. When a research scholar is going to enroll, जैसे आप लोग कोर्स वर्क करते हैं और आपको PhD कोर्स वर्क का एग्जामिनेशन देते हैं, उसके बाद आप रजिस्ट्रेशन कराते हैं, in during this work, during this period, it is necessary for the student to publish at least one research review article. And when you develop this in consultation with your prospective supervisor, वहां पे आपका सुपरवाइजर तो DRC में मिलता है, but if you select a prospective supervisor and after the consultation with the prospective supervisor, it is necessary for the each and every research scholar to publish at least one review article during their course work, during his or her course work. And these parts are particularly associated with the initial point. हम लोग we are gathering here, we are just Professor Rahman Sahab is organizing a workshop for the training of the young generations of the researchers. Then it is the first point to prepare at least one review article before submission of the synopsis. Then you are able to determine all these facts. Clear? Now, the methods. These are the fundamentals of the research. Just I am asking all these facts. These are the fundamentals of the review article. Then next part is what is the method and techniques for the writing of the review article. What is the method? Then for the writing of the research review article, we comes at the 5 points. First, researching. Second, reading. Third, analyzing. Fourth, evaluating. Fifth, summarizing. First one represented the researching. Researching means researching means search of the papers. Search of the papers, available papers of interest. ऐसा नहीं कि आप पूरे साइकोलॉजी का लगे देखने या पूरे हिस्ट्री का देखने लगे या लाइफ साइंस वाले हैं तो पूरे लाइफ साइंस का देखने लगे. That is the research gap which you want. That is the research gap. I am going to do work in this field. Then the point of interest. What is the point of interest? That point of interest is differ from researcher to researcher. हो सकता है कोई एबनॉर्मल साइकोलॉजी में काम करना चाह रहा हो सकता है कोई किस में करता हो, बिहेवियर साइकोलॉजी में काम करना चाह रहा हो. दे आर डिफरेंट फील्ड्स. किसी भी फील्ड के लोग हो, मान लीजिए कि जूलॉजी वाले हैं, हम तो जूलॉजी कहे कुछ जूलॉजी की भी बात बोल दें. हो सकता है कोई मॉलिक्यूलर बायोलॉजी में काम करना चाह रहा हो, कोई बायोकेमिस्ट्री में काम करना चाह रहा हो. दैट इज द फील्ड ऑफ इंटरेस्ट, ब्रॉड एरिया. इट इज द ब्रॉड एरिया इज डिफरेंट. देन एट फर्स्ट यू सर्चिंग ऑफ द अवेलेबल पेपर्स. दैट इज द रिसर्चिंग. ये मतलब है इसका रिसर्चिंग का. सेकेंड वन इज रीडिंग. वो द पेपर्स कलेक्टेड, जो आपने पेपर कलेक्ट किया तो उसको अलमीरा में बंद नहीं करिए, रीडिंग, उसको आप पढ़िए. देन एनालाइजिंग. पढ़िए मतलब केवल मिठू की तरह नहीं पढ़ना है. मिठू का मतलब आप लोग समझ रहे हैं ना? हाँ, वैसा नहीं पढ़ना है. एनालाइजिंग, एनालाइज करते हुए कि ये फैक्ट्स क्या बतला रहा है, इससे क्या डेरिवेशन हो रहा है, क्या इसका इंपैक्ट आ रहा है. क्या इंपैक्ट दो ही हो सकता है, या तो अप्लाइड हो सकता है या एकेडमिक हो सकता है. व्हेन यू आर डूइंग द वर्क हैज टू एस्पेक्ट्स. आइदर it is academic, purely academic, or it is purely applied, or sometimes it is in between the applied and academic. ठीक है? या तो ये प्योर एकेडमिक होगा, उसको एप्लीकेबिलिटी से कोई मतलब नहीं होगा, वो एकेडमिक किसी पॉइंट को एनालाइज कर रहा होगा, या वो प्योर अप्लाइड होगा, उसके अप्लाइड साइड से मतलब होगा, या वो दोनों के बीच का हो सकता है, थोड़ा सा एकेडमिक हो सकता है, थोड़ा सा अप्लाइड भी हो सकता है. तो देन यू एनालाइजिंग. आफ्टर द एनालाइजिंग you evaluate. Evaluate means the aspects or the facts available, सही है गलत है क्या है, you evaluating, and after the evaluating and after the evaluating you summarize the facts. These facts are summarized, उसको आप क्या करें, summarize कर ले, and this way this is the basic method for the preparation of the review article. And in this process you must mention the period of reviewing. Just I am writing here, in this process it is necessary to clarify, mention the sources and period of published research papers consulted for the review of the writing. जो भी आप काम कर रहे हैं, what is the period, which sources are used by you during the review writings. Just I am going to analyze a concept, prisma is just applied here. All these things are again comes in this further, and in this way, in nutshell, it is necessary to mention the source and period, that sources used for the review or collection of the literature, and the period. Suppose you want to review the papers on any topic from 1970 onwards, then you must mention that the review papers are included from the 1970, and then you mention what number of paper, then what is the writing. Just I am coming here on the next point. There are 6 steps in literature review process, and after the evaluation and collection, if you collected, after the collection, first point is the derivation of research questions and objective. When you process, you comes in the process of the writing, then it is necessary here also the introduction part, the material and method parts, and the main body. Here the research result and discussion is not mentioned. Here the mention is the main body. First is the introduction, and it is necessary to mention the research questions and objective which you used or on which you are reviewed the different literatures or different papers. Second is searching of related literatures. Searching of related literatures. Which literatures are you searched? That you mention. A screening for inclusion of or exclusion of, sorry, here of is mentioned, but a screening for inclusion or exclusion. If you collected the 500 papers or if you collected the 400 papers, it is not necessary that all the 400 papers are useful for your theme. So some papers are selected for the review and some papers are excluded from the review. But it is necessary to mention the number of papers included and the number of papers excluded in the material and method parts, and the point which is the limit or which fix the limit for the exclusion and inclusion of papers for your reviewing. Fifth one is the extracting data or facts. In these collections you extract the data and facts, and in fifth one, analyzing the data facts with respect to the existing theories. The theories are existed, with respect to the existing theories you must analyze the facts and then you write the body. And in this method a recent method is present, that is referred as prisma, and it is the recent, it is online, the topic, the methods is used is available on the online basis, ये available है. And prisma, the full form of the prisma is the preferred reporting items for systematic review and meta analysis. That is, in short, it is referred as prisma. And the prisma 2020 is available online. ये online available है. Then what is prisma? What is ये prisma क्या है, इसको आप कैसे यूज कर सकते हैं? तो that is primarily provide guidelines for the reporting of systematic review. If you go online, आप online जाए and you search the prisma 2020, you वो आ जाएगा आपके सामने, एंड द सम गाइडलाइंस आर प्रेजेंटेड हियर कि ये इसके गाइडलाइंस है। एंड इट कंसिस्ट ऑफ 4 phases of flow diagram. I suppose that you all know the what is the flow diagram. जानते हैं आप लोग फ्लो डायग्राम? आज एक टेक्नीशियन मेरे लैब में आने वाला था, वो आ गया है, जल्दी जल्दी हम आप लोगों को पढ़ा दे रहे हैं। फ्लो डायग्राम समझ रहे हैं? नहीं, फ्लो डायग्राम का मतलब हुआ कि बचपन में जैसे आप जोड़ घटाव खेलते होइएगा ना, तो एक यहाँ पे खंड बना दीजिए, फिर वहाँ पे खंड बना दीजिए, फिर वहाँ पे खंड बना दीजिए, या तीर से बतला दीजिए कि कोई से जा रहा है। दैट इज द फ्लो डायग्राम। अभी हम बतला रहे, इसके बाद भी है, हैं?
कार्बन साइकिल।
हाँ, कार्बन साइकिल, ठीक, उसी तरह से मिलता जुलता, ठीक है। दैट इज ऑल्सो फ्लो डायग्राम। मान लीजिए कार्बन का फ्लो आप वहाँ पे देखना चाह रहे हैं C3 C4 प्लांट पे, ठीक है, या एनर्जी का फ्लो आप देखना चाह रहे हैं, दैट इज द फ्लो। मतलब वो कैसे कैसे आगे बढ़ रहा है। फ्लो डायग्राम, फ्लो का मतलब क्या होता है? आगे बढ़ना। तो वो फ्लो में आपका रिव्यू कैसे कैसे आगे बढ़ रहा है, दैट इज द बेसिक पार्ट ऑफ द प्रिज्मा। और हमने यहाँ पे 2 साइट का ये भी दे दिया, लिंक का नंबर, ये एड्रेस दिए हुए है, वेब एड्रेस दिया हुआ है। दैट इज द वेब एड्रेस फॉर द प्रिज्मा। ये प्रिज्मा का ही वेब एड्रेस है, यहाँ पे जाके उसको आप देख भी सकते हैं। इसका होम पेज भी है और वहाँ पे उसका डिटेल्स दिया हुआ है। बट जस्ट जैसे हमने आपको अभी बोला कि कंप्लीट रिव्यू के लिए आपको सोर्स चाहिए। सोर्स कितने तरह के होंगे? 2 तरह के होंगे। कितने तरह के सोर्स हो सकते हैं? कौन कौन सा? नहीं यार, दैट इज डाटा। 1 ऑनलाइन, जो आपके पास ऑनलाइन अवेलेबल है, ठीक है, वो लिटरेचर्स। अभी तो आप प्राइमरी सेकेंडरी में गए ही नहीं है, अभी तो आप प्राइमरी सेकेंडरी के पहले हैं, अभी आप प्राइमरी सेकेंडरी के पहले हैं, अभी आपका रजिस्ट्रेशन नहीं हुआ है, होने वाला है, और तब आपको पेपर लिखना है। तो एक जो ऑनलाइन में अवेलेबल है, दूसरा जो ऑफलाइन अवेलेबल है, लाइब्रेरी में है, आपके लिए डिपार्टमेंट के जर्नल्स में है, या सर के पास कोई जर्नल्स है वहां आपने पढ़ा, या अभी तक आपने पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट में जो किताब पढ़ा, अगर पढ़ा है तो वहां पे आपने पढ़ा, जहां भी पढ़ा। तो 2 तरह के हैं, एक जो ऑनलाइन पे अवेलेबल है, एक जो ऑफलाइन पे। तो 2 सोर्स हो गए। दोनों का फ्लो डायग्राम आपको बनाना पड़ेगा और मिक्स करना पड़ेगा, यहीं पे समस्या है। और दोनों को आपको रिप्रेजेंट करना पड़ेगा। तो एक तो सोर्स हो गया, अब उस सोर्स से आप प्राइमरी देख लिए, आपके थीम एरिया के अनुसार जो है उसको आपने सेलेक्ट किया। यू सेलेक्टेड ओनली द एरियाज लिटरेचर रिलेटेड द थीम्स। दैट मीन्स द कलेक्टेड द सम कलेक्टेड लिटरेचर्स are excluded at the first stage. Then you move further in the sub theme area. Then from some theme also excluded. Then is the collection, the all areas. See here. Here the 2 parts are. That is the flow diagram under the prisma. Flow diagram under the prisma. Here, that is a 2 part. I am just mentioning here the 1 part. I am just mentioning here the 1 part. That is the papers or literatures collected from the online. But simultaneously, another flow chart is formed that is associated or related with the literatures and papers collected from the offline, from the library, from the books, and from the other sources. Then, in first point, you observe in this side identification, screening, eligibility, and included. These 4 points are represented here. First is the identification. You selected some topic and you want to collect some literatures. You collected 500 or 300 or 200 literatures. Okay, that is the identification. Without going through the papers, you only study the abstract, and you know that these papers are related with my topic. Then you identify and collected all these things only from the 2 sources. Here I am mentioned database and registered. Either you collected all these literature from the database, or you collected all these literature from the registered. Registered means, other than the database, if I have the web page, I posted some facts or I posted some research outcomes. That is the registered. Either you collected from the database or from the registered. That you mention the N. What number of the papers you collected from the database and what number of the papers you collected from the registered. And in this way, some papers are excluded. See this direction. Then the records removed before screening, and only one part. Which one? That is the duplicate. If you going through, you observe that the some papers are presented on the different sites. Same paper is presented on the different sites. That is the duplicated. Or otherwise, the same work. क्या नाम है आपका? मौसमी. केवल मौसमी. आगे कुछ मौसमी कुमारी. अच्छा, मौसमी कुमारी. आपका क्या नाम है? सोनम कुमारी. खड़ा होइए. एक पेपर मौसमी कुमारी ने अपने नाम से पब्लिश कर दिया, एक पेपर सोनम कुमारी ने अपने सेम पेपर सोमन कुमारी ने अपने नाम से पब्लिश कर दिया, एंड दोनों नेट पे आपको अवेलेबल हो गया. दैट इज द डुप्लीकेट पेपर्स. दैट पेपर्स आर एक्सक्लूडेड. उसको आप क्या करें? एक्सक्लूड करें. अब जो बच गया तो आइडेंटिफिकेशन के बाद उतना जो पेपर्स है वो किधर चला गया? इन द नेक्स्ट स्टेप, दैट इज द स्क्रीनिंग. दैट पार्ट इज द स्क्रीनिंग. एंड इन द स्क्रीनिंग रिकॉर्ड स्क्रीन्स. आपने उसको स्क्रीन किया, स्क्रीन करने के बाद उसका कुछ इन होगा, उसको आपने मेंशन किया, एंड देन सम एक्सक्लूडेड हियर. सम पेपर्स आर एक्सक्लूडेड. दैट इज मेंशन हियर, एक्सक्लूडेड. Third one, record sought for to retrieval. अब we going through the abstract and you determine that these papers are important for my topic. Then you retrieved. अब डाटा को आपने क्या किया? उसको retrieve किया. आपने उसका प्रिंट आउट ले लिया, retrieve किया. And then जब आप retrieve किया तो फिर उसको पढ़िएगा कि नहीं पढ़िएगा. And going through the papers, you observe that some papers are again not useful for you or not directly related to your topic. You again exclude this. That is the screen part. And that after that papers, you collected the papers which are significantly important for your topic or for the questions. You want to write, then you included in your research articles, and all these steps are mentioned in the form of N. यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ. And then excluded number and included number for the all steps are mentioned. It is the Prisma half Prisma table. That table flow chart of the Prisma is associated with the data retrieved from the online system. Clear? अब इतना करने के बाद इसके सॉफ्टवेयर भी हैं. Because if you present the keywords in the Prisma home page, that searched वो भी सर्च करके दे देगा. ठीक है? Likely in the second part also, if you collected some papers from the offline, from the library, from the books, from the journals, again you mention the second chart or second flow chart for the offline. Papers collected from the offline. Again, when you go through these four parts up to the eligibility, and then the eligible number of the offline and eligible number of the online are the total number of the papers included in your review article. This one is the flow chart of the Prisma, and it is used nowadays. If you want to publish any review articles in quality journal, the Prisma is necessary. Otherwise, your paper is not accepted by any quality or standard journal organizations, journal publishing organization. Clear? सेकेंड, आफ्टर दैट, इतना जब आप कर लिए तो आप उसको लिखिएगा. इतना करने के बाद क्या करिएगा? यू आर गोइंग टू राइट, क्योंकि इतना करने से तो बात चलेगा नहीं. अब आपको क्या करना होगा? उसको लिखना पड़ेगा. हियर सम स्टेप्स फॉर योर राइटिंग. क्लियर? फर्स्ट, But first clearly define the topic and research problem or question. If you want to write the introduction, it is necessary to clearly define what is your research gap, what is your problem, what is your objective. Second, prepare a list of keywords. If you determine the problem, gap, research gap or area of the review writing, then from where a keywords are derived. जैसे मान लीजिए कि आप क्या लिखना चाहते हैं, किसी चीज पर बोलिए, खड़ा होइए। मान लीजिए आप रिव्यू करना चाह रहे हैं तो किस चीज पे आप किस सब्जेक्ट का पहले बताइए। व्हाट इज योर सब्जेक्ट?
साइकोलॉजी।
साइकोलॉजी। आप किस पे लिखना चाह रहे हैं? हाँ, कोई बात नहीं, जो लिखना चाह रहे हैं।
डिप्रेशन।
डिप्रेशन, बैठिए। एक तो डिप्रेशन हो गया, मैनिया हो गया, जेनेटिक रिलेशनशिप हो गया, फिजिकल फैक्टर्स हो गए, सोशल फैक्टर्स हो गए। ऑल दीज आर द कीवर्ड्स। ये क्या हुआ? कीवर्ड्स। देन यू डिटरमाइन द कीवर्ड्स। जो आप काम करना चाह रहे हैं उसका कीवर्ड्स आप डिटरमाइन करिए। तो नाउ यू सर्च इट फ्रॉम द ऑनलाइन सोर्सेस। तब इसको आप जब ऑनलाइन पे सोर्स से कलेक्ट करिएगा तो वो आपको उसका कुछ डाटा देगा। देन यू कलेक्ट द रिलेटेड लिटरेचर्स ऑनलाइन, आइदर रजिस्टर्ड और फ्रॉम द डाटाबेस, जहां से भी आपको मिले। देन सर्च रिलेवेंट सोर्सेस आफ्टर द कीवर्ड। जब आप कीवर्ड नेट पे डालिएगा तो वो उसका सोर्स बतलाएगा कि ये कहां से आप ले रहे हैं, वो सोर्स आएगा वहां पे नेट पे। देन मेक श्योर टू रीड द एब्स्ट्रैक्ट दैट द पेपर इज रिलेवेंट फॉर यू और नॉट। अभी हम पहले भी बोल रहे हैं जस्ट कि देन यू व्हेन दे डिस्प्ले द नंबर्स यू मस्ट एनालाइज दैट द एब्स्ट्रैक्ट आफ्टर द गोइंग थ्रू द एब्स्ट्रैक्ट आपको पढ़ना है। देन यू डिटरमाइन कि दैट पेपर इज इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर यू और significant for you or not. If it is significant, you mention here. Clear? Fourth one, evaluate and select the relevant sources. Then you select the sources, relevant sources. After the evaluation, at first you evaluate and then you collect the relevant sources. Then, after the going through the book, you identify the theme gaps. What is the theme gaps? You can look for trends and patterns. What is the theme and patterns of your research? Because it is changed from time to time. आज से 100 वर्ष पहले जिस पे रिसर्च हो रहा होगा आज उस पे होगा नहीं, होगा नहीं हो। Because you always want to maintain a standard of research. Of course, the maintenance of the standard of research up to the international level is not possible in the B.N. Mandel University. I am saying frankly. But if you want to maintain the quality up to the national level, it can possible. ऐसा नहीं कि वो नहीं हो सकता, it can possible. But if the students are interested and research scholars are interested, otherwise क्या होता है वो आपको भी मालूम है, उसमें बोलने से कोई फायदा नहीं। Then evaluate the selected the relevant sources. Then here sometime you refuse. जैसे यहाँ पे कुछ क्या होगा कि पाइवोटल पब्लिकेशंस होगा, दैट पब्लिकेशंस आर नॉट रिकॉग्नाइज्ड, उसको आपको नहीं यूज करना है। प्रीडेटरी जर्नल्स होते हैं। प्रीडेटरी जर्नल मींस द जर्नल इज नॉन रिकॉग्नाइज्ड इन द रेस्पेक्टिव एकेडमिक फील्ड्स, उसको आपको नहीं यूज करना है। इफ यू आर यूज दिस ऑल दिस पेपर्स देन इट इज सर्टेन दैट योर पेपर विल बी रिजेक्टेड बाय द पब्लिकेशन अथॉरिटी। वहां पे भेजिएगा, वो रिजेक्ट करेगा। तो दिस चीज को क्या करना है, एक्सक्लूड करना है। देन आउटलाइन योर, जब इतना आप करेंगे तो यू मस्ट डिटरमाइन ये आउटलाइन कि आपको कैसे कैसे उसको लिखना है, किस किस एस्पेक्ट को उसको लिखना है। एंड देन यू राइट इट कंप्लीट। एंड द राइटिंग हेडिंग्स आर इंट्रोडक्शन, मटेरियल मेथड, राइटिंग आई एम राइटिंग हियर, बॉडी एंड कंक्लूजन। ओके, these are the some aspects of the paper review writings. Of course, it is also used in the thesis writing, but except some parts, conclusion and derivation. When you write this review for the thesis, then conclusion and derivation are not included in the introduction or review parts. Clear? Okay, thank you. I have some more work also. If one any question. क्वेश्चन है कहीं किसी का? नहीं, थैंक यू।
पेपर सिलेक्शन
Prisma is a method which determines the point for the exclusion and inclusion of the papers on which your review article is based. It is a method. आप लेट आए हैं क्या?
तो ये सिर्फ रिसर्च आर्टिकल्स के टाइम
Review articles, not research article. It is only for the review writing. It is not for the research writing. It is only for the review writing. And clear, I am just mentioning here its name. The preferred reporting items for systematic review and meta-analysis. Prisma is the abbreviation. ये abbreviation है. इसका full form क्या है? The preferred reporting items for systematic review and meta-analysis. Clear?
तो हाउस ओपन है, कुछ भी सवाल तुम कर सकते हो, इसमें जो भी दिमाग में है रिसर्च करना, रिसर्च तुमको है, हम लोग तो कर चुके हैं, ठीक है। कैसे लिटरेचर को हम कलेक्ट करेंगे, कैसे इंटरप्रेट करेंगे, कैसे उसको हम कंक्लूजन तक पहुंचने की कोशिश करेंगे, करने एक अच्छे ढंग से बहुत ही सिस्टमेटिक